Let's do another example for trigonometric substitution. And this time we have x over 3 times the square root of 49 plus x squared dx. So if I look at the list, okay, that looks like form number 2, a squared plus x squared. So what I need to do is I need to rewrite this in sort of an a squared, because I don't have something squared, I have 49. So let's rewrite that. I'm going to go ahead and pull that 1/3 out. We don't have to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now I have 7 squared plus x squared dx. What that tells me is that a is equal to 7. And that gives me this associated triangle. What that will also give me is this. I can say x is 7 tangent theta, so dx is 7 secant squared theta d theta. And then I also get that the square root of 7 squared plus x squared is 7 secant theta. So again, we can read directly off the template and then we can start plugging in. So I have this triangle, this piece. So I'm just going to match up. So I now have 1/3 7 tangent theta times 7 secant theta times 7 secant squared theta d theta. Alright, so I got a lot of 7s going on here, right? As a result, I can pull all these 7s out. So 7 times 7 times 7, I believe, is 343. So I get 343 over 3. Tangent theta secant cubed theta d theta. Now, luckily, this isn't that difficult to solve. So what we can do is we can use what we learned about doing trig integrals by separating out one secant and one tangent here. So we get 343 over 3. So now I have a secant, tangent, d theta. So then I can use a u substitution. I can say, all right, well, u is secant theta, so du is secant theta, tangent theta, d theta. So that gives me 343 over 3 u squared du. Right, so u squared du is simple enough. We get 343 over 9 u cubed plus c. But now we have u, so we need to go back. We have 343 over 9 secant cubed theta plus c. And if we look at what secant is, we see that secant, we need to divide that by 7, so 49 plus x squared over 7 is secant theta. So that gets us 343 over 9 square root of 49 plus x squared over 7 cubed plus c. Now 7 cubed is that 343, so that's actually going to cancel. So that gets me 1/9. And then instead of writing a square root to the 3rd power, it's sometimes more common to write it as 49 plus x cubed, or x squared, sorry, to the 3/2 power plus c. I didn't mean for those to kind of run into each other there, but this is essentially all you have to do here. And what's nice about this type of problem is that it's actually fairly easy to check it by differentiation. So if you were to take the derivative, you know, the 3/2 comes down, so that cancels. You end up with 3 over 18, which is 1/6. 49 plus x squared to the 1/2 power. And then by the chain rule, you take the derivative, that's 0 plus 2x. So now you have 2x over 6, which is just x over 3. And then this is to the 1/2 power, which is the square root, which is what we started with. So, and that's important. It's helpful to check your answers so that you can, with these types of substitutions, it can get kind of nasty kind of quickly. So you want to be able to, at the end of the day, go, okay, did I get it right? I know you can maybe plug it into online homework, it'll tell you, but it's helpful to be able to self-check, because you're not always going to be in an environment where you can just have somebody else tell you whether you're right.